Hi everybody, welcome to another Derek Does. Today, we're going to do these. Hi everybody, welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and today we're going to do some denim. We're not just going to do any denim, we're going to do some Levi 501s, kind of the king of denim. So what I'm going to show you today is a pair of Deadstock and used 1984 Levi's 501 jeans. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff, and I do a lot of different stuff, but today we're going to be going back to denim, and I'm going to show you this pair. I just picked these up from a local guy who bought these new, and for some reason he never opened this pair. He wore this pair. These are the same jeans, only this pair he wore all the time, and this pair just stayed in the drawer. I'm going to show you close-ups. These are really hard to find. These are really hard to find. You can still find a pair of 80s 501 that are worn and used like this one, but to find Deadstock is always a treat and always a pleasure to find these out in the wild because they do still exist. And 1984 was a pretty good year. Now this was, of course, 2 years after the last salvage. So these are not salvage jeans, they're not red lines, but they're still 1980s jeans. And these are the classic, depending on what your age is, these are what you kind of either, saw guys wearing or grew up wearing this. These are the ones. And these are shrink to fit, and I'll show you all the particulars of this pair and of this pair. But these are both Little E jeans from 1984, and I'll show you kind of like what to look for to try to date them. If you happen to find a pair and you're not quite sure, you'll see on this pair. So without further ado, I will do some close-ups. I'll put these on a hanger so you can see kind of the features of these jeans, and between close-ups of the denim, how they wash and that sort of thing. I know this would be cone denim. These probably are not salvage anyway, again, because this is, I didn't look inside the watch pocket. It does not have salvage in it, so probably these were the wider looms that were making the denim for this generation of cone. These aren't on a small loom. These would be on the bigger 54-inch or 72-inch denim, and that's why they don't do the salvage or selvage, depending. I know some people complain how I say it, but you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put these up and I'm going to show you the features of a vintage pair of Deadstock 501s from 1984. So here they are, and you can see where they've been folded for, what, 40 years? Really fantastic. These are what a brand new pair of jeans from 1984 would have looked like if you bought them. If you look at the denim itself, has this really awesome, it's not really hairy, but it's really going to pop once it starts being worn. Again, there's no twist, there's nothing. It has the silver buttons all the way down, and on the back, this is the real telltale. Pull back and you can take a look at that. This is what it would have come with. This is the tag. This again isn't leather, but it's that artificial leather that they used. And the 501 made in the U.S. A great size of 32-36. So it's a real popular, easy to wear size. As you can see there, saying this is the original tag that would have been, or did actually come with that. Here's your actual tag. These are the shrink to fit. Even though they don't have an XX up here, they do have XX here. So these are bar tacked, letting you know that there's no rivets, little E, and that is on both sides. That's just this is a double needled, and then this is a pair of Levi's over 135 years old. Of course, that's gone up quite a bit since these were made. Really no big difference in manufacture, except, of course, this has you know, an overlocked side seam there, not to salvage. And then this Levi tag also then continues up here with your care instructions. But let me get them down, and I'll put them down on the ground, and I can do some close-ups of how they look on the inside. So as I said, it does not have any red line inside the watch pocket. It is all riveted. It's classic Levi's 5-button. That doesn't have the V-stitch because they stopped making that a while ago. This is your inside. You can see that, and the bar tacked back pockets. No hidden rivets on these. Now let's get to the inside. All right, this is the care tag. Machine wash, 10% shrinkage. And then here's your information. That's the waist, 32. L is the length, 36. 501s. Now, I don't see 84 on this. And I'm not an expert at reading all the tags, but you guys can let me know what I should be looking for on this. Obviously, these are 1984, and I'll show you on the reverse side here. And if you look right there, 1984. These cost $21 new, and were for Sheplers. These are Colorado purchased and lived their entire life jeans. You can still see they still do a big E on this section. I don't know if the newer ones they replace that or not, but it still has big E up here and there on the paper tag here. Again, these are all never been opened, never been broken. These are completely brand new. Only they're 40 years old, brand new. And I'll leave you that so you can kind of look at that. I didn't see any mistakes on these. I didn't like go over crazy on them, but you know, sometimes they're, you know, they don't say irregular, so these weren't an irregular pair. But this is the 1984 Deadstock. Now I'm going to show you the other pair, which was purchased at the same time, but were worn. So this is the exact same pair, same size, same everything, only this pair has been worn for years. And you can really see the difference. You can see, you know, it's got the whiskering, obviously the knees, it's got a little bit of tunneling on the legs. It was rolled. Obviously here you can tell I had a small roll up there. Same everything here. And on the other side, we'll pull that back so you can see better. No crazy honeycombs on this one. But here's the same everything. It's got the same tag. I know these pair were purchased at the same time, only this pair was worn and the other pair was not. Alright, so here is the inside of this one. This is the tag for the used pair. It's a little more worn away. Slightly different on the numbers. Same size, same everything like that, but like the bottom there, we have a 41 and a 036. Now one thing I didn't show you, so these are 552s, which I'm not sure, I have to look that up, what factory that was from, this pair. But it's a 552, it's not a 555. The other pair, I didn't look on the Deadstock to show you. It is also 552. So these were made at the same factory, the same everything. So there's really not a huge difference between the two. Now the big difference is this. So you can see how it's, this is what they look like new, and this is what they look like used, with lots of years of wear. And that is why people buy blue jeans, because you buy this and you get this. So there you go. This is what an original Deadstock pair, if you ever come across one of these, buy it. Because they don't make these anymore. Obviously they make them, but they don't make these anymore. This is a 1984 pair. Same pair, just used. Really cool. I love it. I love that I was able to find this. I don't find this very often, but I did. If you're interested in these, I probably will have these up on my derekdoes.com, along with a couple other Levi gems I picked up from the same person. I picked up a pair of 517s, also used, but dated 1984. So apparently in 84, the person who owned these bought a bunch of jeans. So they bought a 517 and two pairs of 501s. At least there might be another 501 that maybe didn't quite make it this far, but these are them. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll have more jeans and denim and some leather stuff coming up as I'm finding some stuff. I've got some pretty good stuff from this one person, so I'm going to show you that stuff, and I will see you on the next Derek Does.